in this area of life where it can affect everything from who you spend the rest of your life with to your sexual purity, we must be very careful to show wisdom in this area. And though there may be many more, here are what we believe to be 4 do's and don'ts of dating. The first point is this: don't date if you're not ready for marriage. And as I mentioned, the Bible doesn't really talk about dating, but it talks a ton about marriage. You see, God is the creator of marriage, and He has placed an extremely high value on a marriage relationship from the beginning when He created Adam and Eve. And we should seek to see marriage the way that God sees it. We must not do what our culture has done: separate dating from the view of marriage. The focus of a Christian dating relationship should be a time to get to know someone, to see if God is determining you guys to enter into that commitment of marriage. You see, Genesis 2:24 says, "This explains why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and the two are united into one." So it may sound really crazy to you, but it is very wise to wait until you're at an age when you can, as the Bible says, leave your father and mother. If marriage is only a possibility for you even 3 or 4 years from now because of college finances or because you're only 14 or 15, it's very unwise to be dating right now. You see, it's so important to date with a clear purpose, to determine whether God should have you marry each other. And that way you can decide to continue on in that relationship if it's headed towards marriage, or if the answer is no, to just end that relationship. And as you're seeking to answer that question, that brings us to our next point. Don't isolate yourselves. One mistake that a lot of people make when starting to date someone is doing it all alone. You see, it's really easy to become infatuated with your relationship and the person that you're dating. You're getting your emotions involved, so it's hard to completely see things clearly. Bringing an older mentor into your life can be the biggest help, because someone outside of this situation can a lot of times see things clearer than we can. Proverbs 15:22 says, "Plans go wrong for lack of advice. Many advisors bring success." Bringing advisors into your relationship will help you decide if the relationship is a good fit or not by giving you things to look for in that person, pointing out any potential red flags that you may have missed, or they can even hold you accountable to sexual purity in the relationship. Which brings me to point number 3, do set boundaries. Hebrews 13:4 says, "Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure. For God will judge the adulterer and the sexually immoral." The time to honor marriage is in our dating relationships. Oftentimes, though, it can be easy to go into dating saying, yeah, we're saving sex for marriage. But if appropriate boundaries aren't put into place, many times Christian relationships get closer and closer to sex and sometimes end up having sex. Boundaries don't have to be this big, scary thing. They can simply be you and the person you're dating communicating with each other how far is too far. And the best thing you can do when deciding this is discussing it with a Christian older than you, what boundaries are appropriate, instead of just guessing and trying to figure it out on your own. And finally, the last do and don't for everyone, whether you're dating right now or not, is don't make your relationship status your identity. I think we all can struggle with putting our identity in our current relationship status. If you're single, my encouragement to you is to be faithful with where God has you right now, and don't lean on the lie of feeling like you're not good enough, loved, or that God doesn't care about you because you're single. And for those of you who are dating someone right now, my encouragement to you would to be okay with letting go of a relationship if it's not honoring to God. And if you are in a Christ-centered relationship, then move forward and maybe start putting the points in this video into practice. So if you guys have any more questions on this subject, please let us know by commenting or sending us a message. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
If you want to learn more about this topic and many others, or about our cost-free stint internship, visit toddbecker.org/stint.